Hey everybody, thank you for taking time to check out our year in review video. 2022 is a great year. In many ways, we're still rebuilding after COVID, but God is up to some really good things, and it's exciting to be a part of it. And so the very first thing I want to share with you is something that we don't talk about much, but you might be curious about, and that's our attendance. And so our attendance in 2022 on average was 1,041 people per weekend at our summit locations. We're gaining momentum and we're trending up, which is a good thing, seeing new people coming to church and some old people coming back that have been gone for a while. So I'm excited about that. A lot of people may not realize it costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of resources to do the things we do around here. Just the day-to-day things to the big things as well across the board. And so in 2022, we had $2,557,626 of expenses. And our expenses did go up over 2021. And part of that is due to the fact that Blairsville is growing and developing and maturing and taking a little more, and we're expanding some of the things we're doing in Indiana as well. And so it's just taking more resources to meet the needs. With that said, our income was very healthy in 2022. Our total income in 2022 was $2,700,382, which I was very pleased with. I'm grateful that we saw the increase that we saw in 2022. We spent $142,000 less dollars than what we brought in, which continues to give us a cushion and a pad as we move forward. In 2022, we had an average attendance of 144 people per weekend at our Summit Blairsville location. One of the numbers I'm really encouraged about is that we closed out the 2022 fiscal year very strongly in Blairsville. In fact, we finished the year operating only about $11,000 in the red. And so the fact that we are getting healthy, that people are engaging and giving, that tells me that their hearts are engaged. And so those are good signs for our Summit Blairsville location. Everything we do is related to the 5 specific areas of ministry that we focus on here at Summit Church. And so I want to go through these 5 areas with you. And I'm going to start with an area that's kind of a nebulous area that we call other ministry. Things like women's ministry, men's ministry, our United, our young adult ministry, all those things that don't fit into one of the other 4 areas fall into other ministry. And we have seen some great growth in these areas of ministry. 2022 is fantastic. We saw a move of God that was just unbelievable. United has connected 6 or 7 churches together to do ministry. And in 2022, we spent over $500,000 on other ministry. This is salary and resources and all the things we do to impact people in our community and around the world. Another important area of ministry for us is our small group ministry. And I'm excited because I'm happy to tell you we had more people sign up for small groups in 2022 than in the history of our church. We had 513 people sign up for small groups this year, which our goal as a church is to have 80% of our weekend attendance actively involved in small groups. And so that 513 number represents 49% of our congregation, which is still short of where we'd like it to be for sure. But that's still up from where it has been in years past. I've said this 100 times from the platform. You can't name 5 sermons that have changed your life, but you can name 5 people that have changed your life. And that's the value of relationships. So I want to encourage you, get involved in a small group. It's not too late. Get signed up, find a small group. So in 2022, we spent $314,293.91 on small groups. This is resources, this is our staff time, this is facility, the things that we use to facilitate small groups here at Summit Church. All you have to do is walk in the building and know that kids and youth are an important part of who we are. And that's one of the things we hear people say regularly that they love about our church is that we put a high value on kids and teenagers. And it's one thing to say we love kids and teenagers, and it's another thing to invest in kids and teenagers. And we've done that through our facility, through building a few years back, through dedicated space, through the teams, all the things we do, I hope shows that we really do love kids and teenagers. And we spent $410,127.86 on kids and teenagers this last year at Summit Church. And what an incredible investment that is. We're seeing good fruit. We're seeing kids that are called into the ministry. We're seeing children who are growing in their faith and actually impacting their families. We're seeing people going to Bible college and Christian universities to pursue a call of ministry on their lives. And so I just want you to know our kids and youth ministry are doing a great job of preparing kids and teenagers to become the men and women of God that we want them to be. So the fourth area that we talk about a lot is weekend experiences, because we want our weekend experiences to be excellent. We want you to be able to walk in to any of our Summit locations on a Saturday or Sunday and experience the presence and the power of God. We want to provide an excellent service with good preaching and good worship and opportunities to connect and grow and serve. But we want you to experience it well. And we spend a lot of time and resources and energy making sure that when you and your friends and your family walk through the door, you're going to experience God. So in 2022, we spent $644,601.44 on weekend ministry. And so this encompasses everything we would spend to make sure we're doing the weekends well. So the final area of ministry is one that I'm excited about every year. It's our missions and outreach. This is how we serve and how we bless and how we give. It's not just giving money, but it's about going as well. And this includes our ministry partners that we sponsor on a monthly basis. It includes projects that come along. It includes things like Back 40, benevolence ministry that we have, mission trips, all the things we do to minister and reach people that don't attend Summit is what would fall into this category. I think it's something that we are known for as a church, our missions and outreach effort. I think this is something that people see when we do teacher appreciation, or we serve our first responders and police. This makes a difference in our community, but I'm proud of the fact that this is something we're known for as a church, and our spending reflects that as well. In 2022, we spent $687,914.16 on missions and outreach, and I'm so proud of that we continue to grow in our generosity and we continue to bless and help and serve the people around us, because this is the heart of Christ for us and for our communities. We added 47 new members to Summit Church this last year, and that is not a big number, but it's important because for us, we're more concerned with quality over quantity. In 2022, we baptized 62 people in water, and that is a great number, and that is up from 2021, and I'm excited about growth. And my desire is that in 2023, we're going to see more people baptized. We started putting an emphasis on freedom a few years ago, and it's become one of our core values now to help people find freedom. And in 2022, 104 people went through our freedom class and found freedom in that. And that is a big deal because that changes families, it changes lives, it changes communities. And so I want to encourage you, if you're a person that maybe you're a good person, but there's some things you're struggling with, freedom would be a great opportunity for you to connect in a group and get free of some of the things that maybe are hindering you and holding you back from who you could be in Christ. So find freedom in 2023. We want to help you do that. In 2022, we had 152 people go through Growth Track, and Growth Track is really important. We talk about it all the time, but Growth Track is just an opportunity for you to find your place here at Summit, for you to begin to serve and begin the process of discovering your calling and your purpose in God's kingdom. And I'm so grateful for the 152 people who said yes, who went through Growth Track, who took the steps and got plugged into ministry. And so I'm grateful for that. You're making the kingdom bigger and you're making Summit better. And then finally, we always close with this number. It's salvations and rededications. So this is not strictly just first-time salvations, but we count people who are responding as well. And so in 2022, we had 565 people respond for salvation or rededication at one of our Summit locations in one of our services. And that's exciting for me because what that means is 11 people per weekend or per week are saying yes to God, and they're saying yes to more of Him. They're saying yes to walking with Him. They're saying yes to Jesus. And that is what we do. That's what it's all about. Everything we do, every penny we spend is about getting people to say yes to Jesus. That's one of our core values, is to reach the lost and to help people know Jesus. And so when I see that, that's exciting to me. But the job's not done. There's a big gap between that 565 and the number of people who went through Growth Track, or the number of people who went through Freedom, or the number of people who were baptized. And so we really want you, those of you who say yes to Christ, to not just do a response and have a moment in your heart, but help us really grow in your faith. Help us help you become who God wants you to be. God is not through yet. One of our core values is big faith, and I believe the best is yet to come for Summit. I can't wait to see where we're at a year from now, what God has done and what's developing and what we get to share. But we are on this journey together, and I want you to know that as your pastor, I'm excited and I'm pumped, and I could not be more thrilled about where we are and about what God's got in front of us. So guys, I want you to know I love you more than you know. Made it through the whole video. Tear up at the end. I love you more than you know, and I'm so glad I get to be your pastor. God bless you. Let's have an awesome 2023.